Greetings Tarnished, FiOth here, and in this video I'm gonna lead you to the Abyssal Woods. That's the area that you can see on the thumbnail and the beginning of this vid that you have probably been trying to reach. I will not be blabbering throughout the whole thing and I will cut out all combat so we don't overstretch this. We start at Shadowkeep and you have to trek Shadowkeep until you are on its ramparts. You can see the path right here. Very easy to follow, very simple. If you have been observant, you would at some point on these very ramparts have stumbled upon a ladder leading to a seemingly dead-end area. It is not a dead end actually, and I'm gonna demonstrate. You fight the militiamen here. You can see the dam. And once you are done with the militiamen, you look at the left and you can see this opening. You take the ladder down. And you go under this waterfall. Now down here again we will be met by a seemingly impervious room. There is nothing to do except pick up a painting. It's not as cut and dry though. Pick up the painting. And hit this wall. This is the most missable thing in this entire trek, not the last, and I will be showing you a couple of trinkets you can grab along the way, but basically what you need to do is get in the sarcophagus. I'm speeding it up here. It's a cutscene akin to the OG game, and you will be awakened somewhere not accessible before. Now this area is kinda tricky. It is called the Ruins of Unte, and you can explore it at your leisure and at your pace to find all the loot. There is also a furnace golem here that you might want to fight, but you really want to loot the corpses of the already dead ones. So here we are, Castle of Watering Hole and the Ruins of Unte. As you can see here, we have to go southward. Going southward in this canyon will lead us to a grace really soon. It's gonna be really easy to spot. This grace is a very good waypoint because the trek is a bit dangerous, and of course we don't wanna have to traverse the ramparts from the beginning. There is a lot of waterfalls in this area, so don't just speed ahead. It's very easy to drop. At some point you'll see me collecting my runes because I fell into such a waterfall and I lost them and I had to grab them. So you activate this and you will be at the Recluse's River upstream area, right here. You can summon Torrent and ride him most of the way. Careful for the dead drops. If you don't initiate your jump soon enough, you'll just drop down like a potato. Be careful of the flies. I swear this is the most disgusting enemy in the history of gaming. Well, maybe the cockroaches in Dark Souls 3, the Ringed City, were as disgusting, but I hate them equally. Keep following the path. Do not diverge from the path just to search for loot. You'll get lost and then you'll have to retrack the whole thing. Don't mind the aggro of these guys. You get a grace here. As soon as you rest, you will be okay to move forward. Now, this is an interesting grace because right beside it there is a hanging pot that you can shoot before you go to the floor below. So here is the pot hanging there. Shoot it. And then what we have to do is find our footing on these horizontal gravestones below us in order to get to the lower level by that waterfall. I'm gonna showcase the exact route, but I'm gonna speed it up. Basically, what I want you to keep from this is that you don't need Torrent. You can just use your momentum on foot to drop from one to the other. It's much easier and safer this way. So here we are. Grab the loot. a mold monger's bell that you can give to the crones back in the roundhouse and get associated loot. And now from here, from the Recluse River downstream, right beside the waterfall, use torrent to go down these gravestones. It can also be done on foot. Again, I just rode torrent up to this point and I was like, why the hell not? Be mindful of your surroundings because there is loot around here. There is loot that you can pick up, but I just want to be as straightforward and keep the vid as short as possible. This is the dangerous waterfall. There, the corner, it just evaporates. There is no ground, just water somehow, and you drop dead. And now the tricky part that many people will miss is this assortment of gravestones. You have to jump down. It's a bit trickier and the distances are a bit larger, but you'll do fine. Sneaky suggestion to subscribe, like, and hit the bell, guys. I'm covering everything that I can get my hands on in the DLC as I did with the original game. And now, as soon as you deal with the militiamen, you want to move eastward. I left one just to show you where I was standing in association with the door. Now, this dungeon is hell. It's very dark, filled with little golem gremlins, and the boss at the end is quite powerful, so be careful about trekking. The levers you'll find in this dungeon do not actually open doors, but they turn on the lights. Very important. Also use your lamp. It's really dark. I'm gonna skip the dungeon because there's no point in showcasing it. That's another guide. But the grace is right here, and the dungeon itself is called Dark Light Catacombs, and it is a requirement to reach the area we want. After the boss at the end, you hit the grace here, and in the next area we're dealing with a specific scenario in which for some reason from one point onward you cannot ride torrent at all. What's good about this area is that it's pretty straightforward, it is pretty menacing, and the enemies hit quite hard, but you're in no immediate danger of dying outright from some trap or something until you reach the map. Here you see Torrent just got unsummoned. I cannot summon him again. I just have to run and get to the Grace. Getting to the Grace here is paramount. It's pretty much your checkpoint for the area. The boss, of course, will not respawn, but you have to move on foot. So if you die and you haven't touched the Grace, you'll have to go back to the boss room, and we really don't want that because that's boring AF. Here you get the notification that you have reached the Abyssal Woods, and I suppose you will be clocking out at this point because you can see the Grace and you are in a hurry to get on your way and turn off the vid. Pick any of these if you want more information about Elden Ring, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!